Mabuhay! Welcome back to my channel. This is Daryll again. In today's video, I'm gonna teach you again whether we should use or not Google Translate.
But before going to that discussion,
let me introduce myself first. Yo soy Daryll. Yo soy Filipino y vivo aquí en Madrid. I'm Daryll. I'm Filipino and I live here in Madrid. So if you like videos about language learning, you can subscribe to my channel. It's gonna help me a lot, girl.
let's just get right into the video.
Okay, so as we all know, I did my research, girl. Google Translate was launched in 2006, one of those machine learning tools that people use to translate from one language to another. But a lot of people ask me, can we really use Google Translate? Isn't it like a bad thing or a bad idea? For me personally, I don't think it's a bad idea. Google Translate helps us translate a lot of words, phrases from one language to another in a very simple way. Like texts that are really simple, sentences that are short. So for me, in general, I don't think there's a problem using that. But anyway, I found an article that is really interesting that we could probably talk about. So I got an article from languageinsight.com. Machine translation does save time and reduces cost. Totoo naman. So kapag gagamit ka ng Google Translate, it reduces time. Hindi ka na masyado mag-iisip. You just have to put your sentence or phrase or word in whatever language, and then voila, it's gonna be translated to any other language. So it saves a lot of time. However, it says here that if you use that, it's not ideal when you are trying to translate important documents. So may mga documents na, yung mga legal documents na kailangan natin ng isang legal translator. And these legal translators are, most of the time, they have license to do that. So when you go to Spain, for example, nung nagpunta ako dito, kinailangan ko na magpa-translate ng mga documents ko from English to Spanish. Kasi 'di ba sa Philippines naman, we have a lot of documents in English. We don't really have to translate it from Filipino to Spanish, but from English to Spanish. We call them traductor jurado. So if you go here in Spain, these people are licensed to do translation. So legal documents like your diplomas, transcripts, birth certificate, etc. They know how to do it from English to Spanish or from whatever language it is. Going back, ano ba talaga yung Google Translate? Okay lang ba siya? Yes, okay siyang gamitin. Basta, gagamitin lang natin siya ng mga short sentences. You know, like, the ball is huge. Or like, I don't know, like the cat is walking. So things like that can be easily translated by Google Translate. However, in the article that I found, it says that if you are gonna try to translate poem or anything literary, that could be a problem. Because there's a context that should be considered in translating. So hindi naman porque, Google Translate na lang natin lahat from Spanish to Filipino. So hindi naman pwedeng ganon. Kasi you have to have the direct translation of a particular idea from one language to another. Okay? So for example, meron tayong different types of rice, which is in English, hindi naman ganon ka-rich yung vocabulary nila. 'Di ba sa Filipino meron tayong bahaw, meron tayong malagkit, meron tayong sinangag. Pwede siyang i-translate word for word, but it's not gonna make sense. Kaya yun yung isa sa mga consideration. So you can translate a document using Google Translate, but if it's like literary, most of the time it fails because it doesn't have the context. So the next reason would be the conjugation of the verbs are not correct. Pag ta-translate ko, I just noticed na kapag nagta-translate ka, hindi lahat ng verbs na ta-translate ng maayos o nako-conjugate ng maayos. At yun yung isa sa mga problems when it comes to translation. So, minsan, yung verb na dapat present tense, iba pala dapat. So, dun pumapasok yung ating ability as human translators. Because we have the capability of translating the verbs properly using proper conjugation. if you ask me, Daryl, nag-translate ka na ba dati using Google Translate? Yes, I did. And I think there's nothing wrong. And kasi, may mga times na you have to just like know how it is and you just type it in Google tapos lumalabas na siya. And I really use it. It's for convenience as well. But if you ask me like should I translate all my work using Google Translate? I don't think so. So you can use it as a platform to translate something, but you have to check everything afterwards. So conjugate things properly and make sure that the jargon, the expressions that were used were correct. So dapat i-check nyo lahat yon. Sa nasabi ko kanina, pwede ka mag-translate using Google Translate, but make sure na alam mo i-conjugate yung verbs dun sa target language. So dapat gamay mo yung English tsaka Spanish. So work ko as a freelancer, sometimes yun yung ginagawa ko. So minsan, may mga words na parang ano to, so kailangan ko siyang i-check sa Google. Kung not Google Translate, so I check on dictionaries para malaman ko kung tama ba yung ginagamit na words sa particular na context at kung tama yung jargon na ginagamit ko. I hope that you learned something new today using Google Translate. I'm gonna say that I don't prohibit someone. Well, I cannot prohibit someone from using Google Translate. Sino ka, girl? However, you should be cautious. Your professors, teachers can always see if the text is well-written translation. You really have to bear that in mind. Like the people who check your translation are people who have degrees. These are people who are expert in the language. So they know if something is badly translated. Hope you guys learned something new from our video today. Please do subscribe, share this video to your friends. So thank you so much guys, and I'm gonna see you again for another video. Bye! Ciao!